Welcome back to another video in the Glasshouse and Garden. This one, another one in the Glasshouse actually. I just wanted to talk a few minutes about heated propagators. Propagation is obviously a really easy way to, well I say easy, actually sometimes it's not that easy, but an easy way to increase your stock of plants. And unlike seeds, obviously you get the plants with the same characteristics as the parent plant. And heated propagators provide much better conditions for cuttings and seeds than they would be out in sort of the open air. They are plugged in, obviously, electric, and there's a heating element underneath here. The one I've got here is a relatively large one, although I'm sure you can get much bigger ones. You plant your cuttings or your seeds inside, and the heat and the moisture helps them grow more quickly. So if I can lift this up, let me take this off carefully. At the back there I've got 14 Begonia Griffin cuttings, which were taken 3 weeks ago, and I've just stood them in vermiculite, and underneath I've got some of those clay beads with lots of water in and a bit of toot. And the element is underneath there, keeps the water warm, keeps the inside high, with a high humidity. Anyway, sorry, so I've got 14 cuttings of Begonia Griffin then, about 30 cuttings of another begonia that may be Little Darling, or maybe Begonia Maze nigrans, one I'd never heard of. I posted a picture of my parent plant on Instagram, and there was some discussion about whether it was, which one it was. These leaves here look very light with dark patches. The ones I've got on my parent plant are all quite dark. Anyway, it's one of the two. The ones at the back there, the Begonia Griffin, which were taken a few weeks ago, if you look, have really started rooting well. They're clinging onto the vermiculite, and the ones that have got leaves on, there's 2 or 3 with leaves in. Sorry, 2 actually is with leaves on, are growing better, or the roots are growing better than the ones with and without leaves. And then these ones here, which are only about a week old, they are growing roots. So I can get close and get in focus. If I do that, maybe there we are, look. So those are much smaller, but it's a much better environment inside a heated propagator for cuttings than just out in the open air. The humidity is higher, it's warmer, even though this is outside, and the glasshouse is heated to a maximum of 7 degrees at night. It obviously gets much warmer in the daytime at the moment, but with the lid on, I can squeeze that back on there, it provides a much better environment for growing cuttings in. So I can thoroughly recommend getting one if you are going to get into the business of taking cuttings. It's also very useful for bringing seedlings on. So I've had this a few years now and used it for planting tomato seeds in early in the season, bring them on, and then they're ready to go and be planted out much earlier than they would be if they were just in the glasshouse regularly. So that's the heated propagator. I've been doing some work out here today. Went through the pelargoniums there, pulling off the dead leaves and tidying them up. I'm a bit worried that they're going to get some mould, because it's very, very damp in here. I've had the fan on all day with the windows open. If you can see, the inside of the insulation is still quite wet. So I'm concerned about the effect on these pelargoniums, which will like much drier conditions. But I've taken off dead leaves and tidied them up, and given them a little bit of a water where some were quite dry. And we shall see. The other thing I've been doing today is I bought some seeds of eucomis and sowed those a while ago now, I can't remember, 5-6 weeks ago now. So this tray here is Eucomis Kilimanjaro, and this one is just described as Eucomis hybrid. So I've been slowly potting those up into larger pots there, or giving them more space. They tend to, I think they form a sort of bulb under the soil. Like when you take a seedling out, you can see, if you look, maybe not on that one. Oh, okay, not on that. The ones I was looking at, I thought had a slight bulge on them, as if they were getting ready to form the bulb, or the corm, or whatever it is they form. Okay, maybe I made that up. Well, I don't know, look, there. I don't know, does it look slightly bulged at the base? I think so. Anyway, Eucomis are called the pineapple lily, and they do bear a very striking resemblance to pineapples. The flowers at the top do look like a pineapple flower. But they're much, well, they don't produce fruit as such like pineapple fruit, but they're much hardier as plants than pineapples themselves. So these are destined to go outside in the border next year, but I think they take 2 or 3 years before they flower, which is a shame, but patience is a virtue. So that's been my job today. Very pleased with how the Eryngium agavifolium seedlings are coming on. They're called, I think I mentioned these before in videos, they're called agavifolium because the leaves are like agave leaves. They're sharp, although they don't hurt, but they're serrated edges, and they're doing very well. Look at that. That probably needs to be potted up. That's bottle brush. It's also doing well. But yeah, they're doing very well. I want to get those. I was going to wait until next spring to plant them out, but I'm worried they may be getting too big. There. And the other thing I'm looking forward to is my Christmas cactus here. It's got some flower buds on it, waiting to come out and flower, which I'm looking forward to. I'm worried it's a bit too cold in here for that, so I might take that indoors. And some more seedlings down here. There's 2 small Aeonium seedlings there. Excuse the bad camera work. What's that? Aeonium escobari have come up there, those 2, and where are we? Aeonium glandulosum there, and then some more Eucomis in there. So my main worry is actually where I'm going to put all these when they're potted up. So at the moment I'm just resting them under there on the bench to bring them on. Anyway, that's my day's work today. I'm going to carry on potting these up. I've just had some lunch, so I'll carry on potting these up, and I'll catch you next time. Bye now.